Is internal mobility common? And if it is common, do people go from revenue generating positions to internal positions, or is it common for people to go to internal positions around administration and finance to an operating position or a field position? But you want to understand that so that you can understand what your progression might look like. Because for you to remember, where you go into a company will have a lot to do with where you end up. Most organizations are divided between revenue generating positions, or line positions, if you will, and non-revenue generating positions. And that's the infrastructure of the organization that holds the organization together and enables the organization to do what it does. And it's important that you know that if you're in one track or the other, that there's opportunities to accelerate and move up on both fronts, but rarely is there an opportunity to cross between the two. So once you have that conversation, talk to me about how people move around. The next question, or the next thing you might say, is talk to me about how people move from this department into other departments. Where do they go when they progress from here? Now, if you get an answer that says, well, people don't generally move out of this department, and when you get to this level, that's probably the highest that you can go, now you have important information for yourself. You can continue to move up within that organization and then decide whether or not this is where you'd like to be for the rest of your career, or you can decide whether or not there are other roles within the organization where you can leverage your current skills and then now start to grow in a different direction. The other thing that's important for you to understand around progression is whether or not you have to tell your current manager that you are in fact looking around the organization, or whether or not you are free to do so. Now, the way that you might handle that is that you might have some coffee chats with people in other areas that intrigue you. Oh, I wonder what they do over there in technology. Oh, I wonder what they do in cyber. Oh, I wonder what they're doing over there in HR. You can have a series of coffee conversations with people, just educating yourself about other areas within the organization. But if you find something that intrigues you, now you can have the second conversation and the third conversation. And then the conversation that you might have with your manager is, I've had a great time in this role for the last 6 years, and I have acquired this, and this. And now I'd like to grow within this organization and leverage this into a position that looks like this. So I wanted to make sure you were the first to know that I'm interested in pursuing these things, and like to know, in your opinion, what I might do to actually go after this. If you are a valued member of that organization, and that manager is probably going to tell their manager that you're interested in moving around, and if the organization is interested in keeping you at the organization, let alone in your seat, then they're going to bless your looking around in the organization. If you are not doing a great job, then what you should know is that it's going to be very difficult for you to move from this place to this place to this place, because the organization within your company that you're interested in going into, they might not be so quick to want to bring in somebody who's not considered to be a great performer in another area. So the most important thing that you can do to drive your career mobility within one organization is to excel in the job that you are doing. Even if you don't like it, excel in the job that you are doing, because that excellent performance is currency for you to then be able to move into other areas, because now you have a strong narrative when you go to speak to somebody in another area. Now you can say, I've been 6 years in this space, I've done a great job, I've had great reviews for the last X number of years, and now I'm interested in leveraging that experience to add to it, to learn this, and this, but also to be able to contribute what I've already learned. Go get them.